Hi everyone, Gomer here. I'd like to thank you guys for going on another adventure with me today. That saying actually goes back to my childhood with my grandfather. He would often ask me, "Hey kid, you want to go for a walk?" And I'd tell him, "Yeah, we're going on an adventure, Grandpa." So that actually is a part of my childhood. But in this one, we are in the Peacekeeper from the recent Battle Pass. And yes, I did purchase it. I don't care what anybody's opinion on it is. It is a decent tank in my opinion. It was better than I expected. I thought I was going to hate it. I really bought the pass more for the bonds and the blueprints. But I am not disappointed by the tank, and that is why. An average of around 400 damage, and the turret is better than what everybody thinks. And this is actually my very first match ever in this Peacekeeper. So, and I knew it was going to be a Hilltop Master, so I came straight for Valley, knowing I could go haul down and really put this thing to the test in my very first match. And I've gotten very lucky at the tanks that I'm getting to face. I mean, an Indian PZ is not going to fare very well versus this thing, especially in the position that I'm in. So, but right off the bat, I mean, blocking the damage that I have and doing the damage that I have, I'm not upset immediately in my first match. I was kind of impressed right off the bat, thinking this thing is much better than what everybody's giving it credit for. I don't know how I missed that shell. I don't quite know where that went. A little frustrating, but you know, you can't hit them all, can't win them all. And looking at that, the flashlight mod's showing yellow on that tortoise. So I'm gonna test it, but that's yellow to me is gonna mean that it's a roll of the dice whether or not it pens. And you know, after a couple test shots here, I'm not gonna want to waste very much more shells. I'm not even gonna shoot this. I'm gonna wait instead and drive up and hit Cupola. And I think probably one of the best things about this Peacekeeper is the gun. This thing is much better than what I anticipated it to be. A lot more accurate. So. One of the things I think that surprised me as well, everybody says it's an MVY. I noticed it's actually not an MVY. I believe it said an M6Y. V would be Roman numeral for 5. This would be an MVIY, so an M6Y. And, you know, I thought that was pretty unique, and that's probably why it has the double cupola, because it is supposed to be a different variant of the Yo tanks, right? But nonetheless, I've enjoyed it so far. Again, better than what I anticipated it to be. I thought I would absolutely hate it. So, I mean, when I can do that to a tortoise and there's nothing he can do back, I'm not going to gripe or complain, that's for sure. And I mean, the hull armor itself is not even the worst, but it's not the greatest either. Again, the main focus for me is probably got to be this gun. The fact that, you know, we can just pop through tanks in its tier, and especially lower. And really, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of green and everything that I'm aiming at is very, very beneficial to me. Now, I think the real test is going to be playing against the higher tier guys. Some of those tanks that are going to be, you know, way more armored frontally. I think that's going to be the real challenge. So time will tell, but I know that when you face tier 9s in this thing, it definitely feels powerful. It definitely feels like a leader of the pack type tank, and very, very surprising for me, for sure. Would I have recommended everybody to buy it? I don't know. That's controversial. To each their own. I kind of look at it like a lot of the other major, you know, YouTubers that are out there. I've watched some of their videos on it, and they've kind of said, you know, if you're one of those people who's rich in this game and you've got a lot of gold, go for it. You know, if you don't and money's tight and you're trying to save for premium time and stuff, absolutely spend your money on premium time over this. No questions asked. Looking at the map here, I think the best bet for me is to swing out wide and risk getting hit, and I did, but I knew that there shouldn't be anything too big on the board left that would hit me and you know, take all of my health. So I knew that this position creates a lot more pressure for them and makes it almost impossible for him to be able to push cap. You know, effectively sealing the deal here. As you can see, they are catching up in score. but now we're beginning to eliminate and finish off as we've created pressure. So looking like a win here, guys. Looking like a pretty decent match, especially for my first one. And again, guys, I'm not your 10,000 damage type player. I'm not saying I won't have those matches and post them, because eventually I will, but I'm just not, I'm just going to show you average gameplay. I'm not going to absolutely cherry pick, thousands of matches. But there you have it in the Peacekeeper. Guys, unlike a lot of the other battles that we've gone through in the past, where I, do my outro, but in this one I think we're going to do a cutscene, and I'm actually going to show you guys and prove to you that this was my first match in this tank. Alright, and here we are at the vehicles menu, and as you can see I have the Peacekeeper highlighted with the single match for just about 3,500 damage, proving this is my first match in the Peacekeeper. You know what, this was a good one, guys, a fun one, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.